There's not enough water in Lake Travis, not enough water. Austin water supply, not enough water. Trinity groundwater, not enough water. Jacob's well goes dry, not enough water. Golden cheek warbler, not enough water. Guadalupe bass, state fish, not enough water. Guadalupe for not enough water. Pedernales salamander, not fat mucket mussel, take a pass. We need a leader who's been there, who leads with skill, handles with care. Make Kathie Tovo our next mayor.
We don't seem to know that there's a thing called the Fair Housing Law. And if we enforced it, we'd have equity in housing. So the solution to many of our problems is already here. The question is, who's committed to be fair, to work on equity, take some criticism to make sure that everybody in this city, folks like me, folks like you, can have equity and equal opportunity. I can't think of a better person in terms of life, her character, her behavior than Kathie Tovo. And I can tell you, I'm working extremely hard in every neighborhood to ensure that folks get that.
Kathie does the work. She does her homework, she learns about the issues, she gets deep into the policy, and she makes things happen. She's an effective leader.
Meet with her and you'll see her taking copious notes. The woman writes and writes and writes. She wants to understand everybody's concern. Kathie is a collaborator, problem solver, and a truth teller. She tries to find the middle ground on issues that are extremely complicated. She is sensitive to proposals that may be costly or not in the best interest of communities, especially communities which have been pushed and continue to be pushed further away from the city center.
Kathie Tovo was good on her word. She led on water conservation efforts by establishing the Water Forward Task Force and later leading the charge for its implementation. Through that work, Austin established serious conservation goals and made advancements on green infrastructure, on reuse, on changing the way we develop as a city. She's the one that we call to help us with the tough decisions. She's the one that can come up with an amendment that makes something work for all of us, everyday Austinites, often against the corporate interests that are pushing in the other direction.
We all know about Kathie, but we all have work to do. Everyone in this room has work to do. We need to make sure that folks go to the polls and vote for Kathie Tovo for mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ann Richards once said, "People work for a living. They've got families to raise, their lives are tough." And with every policy and every vote I took as a council member, working families were always the ones I had in mind, with a particular focus on those with the fewest resources and the most obstacles. I had the privilege of serving during a time of incredible change and challenge for the city of Austin, including 2 major droughts, a wildfire, devastating floods, the serial bombings, and of course a global pandemic. No other candidate in this race, including the incumbent running for a 4th term, has the experience I have at City Hall. And if you're here tonight, you may share some of my concerns about our current leadership. You may be upset that it took a lawsuit before community members got their 3 minutes back at City Hall. Or about the decision to sell one of the city's most valuable pieces of parkland for a price that seemed way too low in a deal negotiated by a developer lobbyist on behalf of Oracle, which of course has now announced that it's moving its headquarters outside of Austin. And let me just say, if it's possible, the city should really stop that sale if it still can. You may be frustrated that the current mayor chose to shortcut public input on code changes affecting every residential neighborhood in Austin. These changes passed without an equity overlay to help protect vulnerable neighborhoods, without affordable housing benefits, and with no new infrastructure investments. And these changes, really, are more likely to generate profits by replacing homes with short-term rentals than helping families build generational wealth and stay in their homes. On homelessness, you may be wondering, as I am, why the mayor and council seem to have shifted back to an older model of prioritizing very costly shelter over permanent housing solutions. Or you may be angered, as I am, about the mayor's initiative to bring in the Department of Public Safety to patrol Austin neighborhoods. This was a plan initiated without any input from his council colleagues, and one that disproportionately impacted communities of color. I'm running because we have so much more work to do, and I believe we need a new mayor to get it done. I'm running because we need a mayor who puts people first, a mayor committed to transparent government and community-led solutions. We need a mayor with the vision, the willingness, the desire, and the experience to get things done. And after serving 3 terms on council and as mayor pro tem for 4 of those, I know how to get things done for the people of Austin and how to get things done right. It was an enormous privilege to serve you on the Austin City Council, and I would respectfully ask for your support. With your help, we can and we will win in November. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
You know, Austin residents across the city are calling for change. They want to see a mayor who is really committed to open, transparent government, who is really committed to fighting for working families. We have lots of challenges right now in Austin in terms of affordability and climate change, and we need a mayor who's really got the experience and the drive and the desire to step up and bring a lot of energy with that.